Welcome to the Henley Conference Friday night game of the week. We're in Greenwood, Delaware again, folks, for the Woodbridge High School Senior Night. As you see right now, we'll be honoring the senior players, cheerleaders, band, etc. So Woodbridge Blue Raiders coming in 9-0. So big crowd here tonight. Sparse crowd over there on the Delmar side, but it's week 10, folks. That means it's rivalry week downstate. And there's nothing like high school football, and especially Week 10 rivalries. A night where 0-9 teams can fill the seats to win the big one. But that's not the case tonight, not here in Greenwood. Tonight, it's for the Henley Conference Southern Division title, as the Delmar Wildcats, 6-3 overall, 4-1 in the Henley South, come to town to take on the number one team in the state, the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, 9-0 overall, 5-0 in the Henley South. I'm bringing my broadcast partner with me, Sean Brennan. And Sean, Henley Conference, high school football, and we got the Kiwanis Trophy game tonight.
Absolutely. Big rivalry game tonight. It's exciting to be here with so much at stake for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, trying to accomplish a dream that, win their first state title. And, this looks like this could be their year. But I'll tell you, though, this Delmar team's scrappy, and I'll tell you, they're not going to roll over easy.
We've got to see Woodbridge quite a bit. We got to see them last 2 weeks in a row. Fortunately, we got to pick up a Saturday game. And what was interesting about that Saturday game is as Woodbridge is looking for their first ever state title in football, Laurel honored their first ever state title in school history, which happened to be the 1986 football team. And I said in my pregame, how will Woodbridge handle the crowd the Saturday afternoon? Will Laurel step up in front of they had 25 members of the 1986 team in attendance, and wow, did Laurel step up and almost pull the upset.
Well, it was an interesting game to watch. Laurel really stepped their game up, and what they did was they cleaned their game up, I should say, instead of stepping up. They eliminated a lot of the penalties that were hurting them earlier in the season, causing them long down situations. They eliminated a lot of just silly penalties, especially the big 15-yarders. The Woodbridge Blue Raiders, well, they were who they were the past couple weeks. They seem to have a hard time lately of holding on to the football. So I'm interested to see today. Delmar's a team you don't want to keep turning the ball over to. Coach Hearn and his staff is going to dial up some plays and run that clock and make it really difficult. Now, Benny, you do got to give Woodbridge credit, though. They get a safety and a touchdown in, the last 3 minutes of the game to pull that out. A team who didn't believe in themselves might have folded on such a big day with such a huge crowd.
They did that one time before.
They did.
Last year at Milford.
Yep.
A safety and an end-of-the-game touchdown. And that put them in the state tournament.
Yeah, to knock off the Bucks and knock them out.
Well, Sean, let's go to the top 10. The Fox Sports 1290 DIFCA Coaches Poll. And we'll start right here in Division 2, where tonight we have the number one Woodbridge Blue Raiders. They held that number one spot. I was kind of wondering if they would hold it with the coaches, but they did. And they're 9-0. They played Delmar tonight. Number 2, big game tonight outside of Newark, on the outskirts of Newark at Glasgow High School. The number 2 St. George's Hawks, 8-1. Versus the number 3 the Glasgow Dragons, 9-0.
When you look at teams that match up on paper, there's no doubt that there's one team in the state that could match up with this Woodbridge Blue Raider team. We saw it last year in the playoffs, and that's that St. George's Seahawks team. They can get after it. They're well coached, well disciplined, and they have athletes that can match this Woodbridge team. So that's a big game for them tonight. To get that second seed probably in the tournament if they can win. Glasgow having a season of the ages for them. They've been preparing for this season for a while. Building with young players over the past few years, and now it's their time, and they feel like they can knock off St. George's. That's going to be an interesting game. Hopefully we get some scores.
Under the guidance of former Villanova star Shannon Riley out of Glasgow, and I was talking to my buddy Deion Jackson today, who played with Shannon Riley, and I don't know if you guys folks remember that game long time ago where the Villanova Wildcats came into Delaware Stadium, and there was those two defensive backs that Tubby didn't look at. Shannon Riley and Deion Jackson. And Jackson gets an interception, Riley blocks a field goal, and Villanova stuns the Blue Hens. So
as a great coach as Tubby was, though, Tubby didn't really recruit a whole lot of Delaware kids. He felt like those kids wanted to leave the state, and then when they wanted to come home, they went back home to Delaware.
There you go. So number 4, maybe it was my comments last week. I questioned the Milford Buccaneers getting moved to 5 just for losing to Woodbridge,
right.
But they beat Delmar, and them and Delaware Military, they switch again at 4
right.
and 5.
Well, Delmar gave them a run early in the game, but Milford getting their tailback back this last week really made a difference. David Bowman had 3 big, long touchdown runs that really blew that game open.
All right, folks, down to number 6, the Caravel Bucks. They stay at 6. They have a game with Capital Christian. That should be a win, and that should put them in the playoffs. Number 7, Wilmington Friends moves up. St. Mark's at number 8. They're in the Holy War tonight with Slay-Zanum. St. Mark's, kind of Glasgow loses. St. Mark's may not see the state tournament.
Yeah, it's a big game, too, that Holy War. It's a special game to be played, and you can throw the records out, everything. It will be a slobber knocker of a game.
The defending state champ Howard Wildcats, they moved back. They were unranked last week. They moved back to number 9. Their season is over at 6 and 4. They need a lot of help. I don't see them getting in the state tournament. And then you have tonight at number 10, the Delmar Wildcats are playing here. And we'll move over to Division 1. The Smyrna Eagles, number 1, the defending state champs, 16 straight victories. They have Polytech tonight. At number 2, Middletown, they're playing number 5, Concord. Division 1 kind of looks like everybody's in, everybody's safe. The only team that could maybe stub their toe could be Slay-Zanum, lost to St. Mark's.
Yeah, well, I think right now they're just fine for seeding, places and things. So, these games still matter because you still want to be able to host that first-round game.
William Penn at number 3, they have Del Castle tomorrow. Slay-Zanum, like we said, they're at number 4, they have St. Mark's tonight. Concord, of course, has Middletown. Then you have Sussex Central at number 6. Sussex Central, they beat Indian River. They're in the playoffs as probably the 6th seed. And what a turnaround at the end. They thought there's a lot of people, I'm sure they didn't, they thought their season was over with the loss to Cape and Lopin, but Cape and Lopin's loss to Caravel opened the door and gave Sussex Central new life.
Absolutely. I know after that loss to Cape, there was a lot of chatter in the Georgetown community, talking about possible change with Coach Wells, and looks like he's done a great job. Again, as always, the guy just wins, and he's always in the playoff hunt, and it looks like he's getting it done again this year. He should be successful tonight against Indian River.
Number 7, Cape and Lopin. They play Sussex Tech. That game probably already underway. It was a 6 o'clock start. Number 8, Appoquinimink. Number 9, Sussex Tech. They're playing Cape and Lopin. And number 10, Dover, and they're playing Caesar Riley tonight in the Civil War. So I'm going to talk about our impact players for tonight's game. And for the Delmar Wildcats, it's 2 offensive guys. Actually, they play on both sides of the ball. Number 1, the senior, the quarterback, Jimmy Atkins. He's also the safety. And number 34, Brooks Parker, the junior. And I just think these 2 guys, offensively, are going to have to set the tone, move the ball on the ground, and try to keep that, push that, if it can be done, push that Woodbridge defense back just like Laurel did last week, and eat up the clock.
Well, Atkins, not only does he play quarterback, but he punts, he returns punts, and he plays safety. He's kind of one of the biggest impact players, I would say, for this Delmar Wildcats team. This is an interesting team for me, though, Benny. Last year, they started out really slow. They finished 1-9, and Coach Hearn, he doesn't take losing very well, and he doesn't stay down very long. As you can see, they're in a playoff hunt here. Last year they lost 2 games by 1 point and 1 game by 2 points, and then they lost to Caravel in overtime. So this was a good young team last year, and they're looking to knock this Woodbridge team off tonight.
And for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, the playmaker, the senior Antoine Holden, number 3, and the linebacker we don't talk a lot about, Brock Keeler. He's only a sophomore, but last week he got involved into the game. So, folks, real quick, we're running a little short on time, under 10 minutes until kickoff, and we got the national anthem in. Sean, it's rivalry week.
Amen.
And I'm going to talk about my rivalry, about these Henlopen Conference rivalries, which have stayed true throughout the years. And the first one we'll talk about tonight, Delaware's oldest rivalry, the Lions Cup Trophy, the Laurel Bulldogs and the Seaford Blue Jays. First played in 1936, this is the state's oldest rivalry and the 3rd oldest in the nation. 6.5 miles separate these 2 schools. This rivalry once dominated by Seaford, but the tide has turned in the last decade. The Blue Jays still enjoy a 56-30 lead with 3 ties in the series, but last beat Laurel in 2003, 17-14. Seaford has the longest winning streak in this series of 16 games from 1975 to 1990, but Laurel is currently on a 12-game win streak of their own. Note, the only year this game was not played was 2001 because of threats of violence made if the game was played had to be canceled due to those threats. Laurel won last year, 70-0. Right. Tonight, the Laurel Bulldogs win again. They stretch their streak to 13. Laurel 49, Seaford 12. The Civil War, Cesar Rodney versus Dover. Fans in Kent County will argue that this series began prior to the Seaford-Laurel game, but there's no records available to support that claim. But it's a huge rivalry game in Kent County. The Senators own the most up-to-date records in the crosstown rivalry, 31-29 with 4 ties. Dover is on a 2-game win streak in this series with the Riders' last win in 2012. A real neat note to this game, Sean, this rivalry game has produced 2 current NFL players. Deron Harmon from Cesar Rodney with the New England Patriots and Trip Thurman from Dover with the Cincinnati Bengals. Last year, Dover won this game 24-16, but tonight, Dover wins again. Senators 35, Cesar Rodney 21.
Wow, you're giving CR 21 points.
I'm giving them points because that spread, we saw Dover this year. They run the spread, and it opens up, it gives CR more opportunities to have the ball.
Gotcha.
Let's go to the intra-district rivalry, Indian River and Sussex Central. This rivalry started in 1970 when state-mandated consolidation took place. The John M. Clayton Bears, the Lord Baltimore Lords, and the Shelbyville Rebels merged to form the Indian River Indians. The Georgetown Golden Knights and the Millsboro Blue Devils merged to form the Sussex Central Golden Knights. The Indians have won just one time since 2004. In 2011, Indian River defeated Sussex Central 47-17. That year, they went on to win the Division II state title. Sussex Central owns this rivalry that sees very few close games. Tonight, the Golden Knights continue the streak and make the Division I state tournament. Last year, Sussex Central won 48-14. Tonight, Sussex Central 42, Indian River 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Too much on the line for Coach Wells and the Golden Knights. They'll be ready to play, and they'll be ready to take care of business.
Battle of the Bell, Milford versus Lake Forest, another rivalry that started in 1969 with consolidation. This game has got its name from the bell that was attached to the train that used to run between Milford and Harrington. That 5.5-pound bell is now part of the trophy that is awarded to the winning team. There is an unconfirmed story that fans used to ride the train each year to the game. But in 1969, a lot of people had cars. That just might be a fable. The Spartans lead this rivalry 26-21, holding a 5-game win streak. Last year, Lake Forest won 39-26. Tonight, the Bucks end the streak. Milford 42, Lake Forest 14.
Yeah, the bell goes home to Milford this week. There's absolutely no doubt. They are chomping at the bit. It has been a crazy week at Milford. I teach there, and it has been crazy. They've been talking bell talk all week. They win big.
The Route 9 rivalry, Sussex Tech and Cape Henlopen. This is a new rivalry to the Henlopen Conference, and this rivalry doesn't end with just football. The Vikings and the Ravens take great pride in beating each other in every sport. In football, these two teams trade blows, with neither having any real win streak to claim. But the intensity is real on the field, and this is always one of the hardest hitting games of the season. Last year, the Ravens won 38-21. Tonight, and this game's already underway at 6 o'clock kickoff, Cape Henlopen 28, Sussex Tech 21.
I've had the privilege of coaching in that game, and it is everything that you described. It is one of the hardest hitting games that Cape Henlopen will play every year, but I think Cape wins.
3-2 Sports South, game of the week, the Kiwanis Trophy game, the Delmar Wildcats and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. While these two teams have played since the 1930s, the rivalry did not begin until 1959, when the two teams met on Thanksgiving Day. The first ever game was won by the Wildcats, 39-0 over then Bridgeville Mustangs. A twist in this Thanksgiving Day rivalry game is that because so many people in western Sussex County wanted to see the game as well as the Laurel-Seaford game, the four schools came to an agreement that one game would be played in the morning and the other game would be played in the afternoon, and the kickoff would alternate each year. In 1970, two things happened to this game. Number one, the game was no longer played on Thanksgiving Day due to the formation of the state football tournament, which would need to start on that weekend. Two, Bridgeville was no longer a high school. Right. The Bridgeville Mustangs merged with the Greenwood Foresters to form Woodbridge Blue Raiders, but the Kiwanis Trophy game continued each year with the Kiwanis Cup, where the Kiwanis Club holds a dinner for the two teams. You don't want to walk into that dinner on the downside of the scoreboard.
No.
The Delmar Wildcats held at least a 10-game winning streak in this series. But last year, the staff at Delmar, they had to go find a trophy, Sean. Woodbridge won that game 32-26. Tonight, Woodbridge starts a streak of their own. Woodbridge 28, Delmar 14.
There's no doubt in my mind that this Blue Raiders team is ready to play and defend that title, and the trophy will stay here in Bridgeville.
Folks, we'll be right back. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to be right back. And we're 3 minutes from kickoff tonight in the Kiwanis Trophy game, the Delmar Wildcats and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. And also on the line, the Hell Open South title. Folks, we'll be right back.
Of Sodell Concepts. We have 8 locations, a catering company and a food truck right here on the culinary coast in southern Delaware, and we'd love to see you at one of our locations. Fish On and Lewis in the villages of 5 Points. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue in downtown Rehoboth, serving homemade pasta. Papa Grande's in downtown Rehoboth. Our treetop deck has the best happy hour around. And Matt's Fish Camp, located on Route 1 in North Bethany Beach, your classic seafood chef. At Sodell, we believe in beautiful, simple food and making the world a better place. See you soon.
This place is for everybody. Actually, my entire family signed up. So my wife, my children, my young son comes in. My son's only 10.
They have the kids classes, they have the fitness class if you're just looking primarily to get in shape. Obviously the jiu-jitsu class is what I come here for.
Every time I walk through that door, I'm unbelievably happy, that I'm here. I mean, just a reminder of all the energy and effort that I've put in.
Even if you just watch a class first, you won't know until you try.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. See you soon.
At Papa Grande's, we serve fresh, authentic Mexican food with specialties like blackened fish tacos and short rib cheesesteak burritos. We have great nightly specials throughout the second season and serve the best happy hour at the coolest bar every day year-round. We are open 7 days a week, all year long.
Papa Grande's overlooking the water in beautiful Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Ronnie Burkle from Papa Grande's.
Come visit us at Papa Grande's.
Welcome back to Greenwood, Delaware, folks. The captains are at the middle of the field. Temperature at game time, 53 degrees. Feels like temperature, 51 degrees. We have a wind of 7 miles from the north, so that's going to make it just a little chilly down there on the field. We got heat in the press box, so don't worry about us, folks. We're going to be fine up here.
Speak for yourself. I got 5 layers on.
You're right where you're wearing shorts. The grass field, me and Trey walked on it before the game. Bermuda grass, perfect condition. The field is in great condition for this game. Woodbridge will be wearing the blue jerseys and gray pants, black helmets. Delmar, folks, will be wearing the orange pants, white jerseys, blue helmets. Delmar has won the toss and elected to defer. Woodbridge will take the ball to start the game. And Sean, we've seen a lot of defer in the last 2 weeks. The last 2 games last week, both teams took the ball. Yeah. Tonight, we go back to defer. That's giving Woodbridge
an opportunity to score
right off the bat. Yep.
And I understand Coach Hearn wanting the ball coming out in the second half and everything, but this is a high-powered offense that has the capability of scoring some points. He must have a lot of faith in that defense to set the tone for this game today. So, we'll see what happens here. But, the last time early in the year we saw Woodbridge get the ball first against Dover, and they set the tone by scoring on 3 straight possessions, and the game was over before it even started.
Absolutely. So we're the Delmar Wildcats are on the field, and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders getting ready to come out. And Sean, they have a little special come out every week, a little something they do, and
Coach Manlove brings the fun back in the game.
Tonight, there's no walk on the field. It's all business for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. So, seconds away from kickoff, folks. I'm Benny Mitchell, with me, Sean Brennan. On the camera tonight, Trey Mitchell, as always. And our stat man, maybe our most valuable player some nights here, Sean, Dave Marvel.
No doubt. And I'd like to wish Coach Marvel a happy birthday today. It is his birthday today, and he is sacrificing his birthday cake to spend it with you and I, Benny.
Well,
what a great guy.
I appreciate that, but we also know that his wife is not home cooking a birthday cake because she is videoing the Sussex Tech Cape and Loping game. So don't don't feel too bad about it. We appreciate, folks, we're going to take a step away from the mics for the national anthem. We're having a special Veterans Day tribute here at Woodbridge High School, and we're going to continue to remain quiet as they retire the colors. All right, Sean. So Veterans Day, a lot of spirit here today, and but one of the big things with Veterans Day is there's no school today.
No school.
How do you keep these kids focused, doing the things they're supposed to be doing, and getting here for a football game?
I used to bring the kids in early, and we would have a walkthrough, film session, have lunch together, just so you get your mind right, because it is a long day sitting at home waiting for a big game.
So Woodbridge will get the ball first, folks. And the ball's kicked deep. That's to number 6, Richard Massey, and he's going to let it go out of bounds. That's going to bring the procedure penalty.
It was almost like he wanted to touch it, but he did the smart thing by letting it roll.
And we have some great fans here at Woodbridge. We're telling them, let it go, let it go.
Yeah, the fans, the coaches, band
a little bit of everybody, folks. Woodbridge Blue Raiders, Sean, the last time they were undefeated and won the Hennepin Southern Division title, 1999.
How about it?
I asked Coach Jed Bell today if they win. Well, 1999 played throughout the.
They will party like.
He said that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But that's not our mission.
No. They have bigger things.
Absolutely, they want that first ever state title. So here we go, folks. First play of the game. Woodbridge, 2 guys in the backfield. Slot to the right. And Delmar, do we have a I guess we have a 4-man front, or is that 5-man front there, Sean? I can't see from our angle.
There's a 4-man.
Looks like a 4-man front, yeah. Folks, throughout the game, we'll be flashing some of our sponsors at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Be sure to visit those places and let them know that you saw them here on 302sports.com. Here comes the first play of the game. Holding under center I formation. It's going to be a handoff to Riddick. Riddick was for running room on the left side. Has some. and he's going to pick up about 8 yards, Sean. First carry of the game. That's kind of how you want to get things started.
Yeah, he set the tone up front, and Riddick runs the ball really hard. Did a great job of, when he got to the edge, getting his shoulder square, getting that good positive yardage, not running east and west. Great way for them to set the tone.
2nd and 2 for the Blue Raiders. And another handoff to Riddick's got some running. I'm sorry, that's Kane. He's down the left sideline, and he is gone. 56 yards for Kane. That's Jamon Kane, the sophomore.
Yeah, excellent job. Here's the thing, Benny. Delmar's going to have to do something with this spread formation. They're trying to play a lot of Tampa 2 behind it to take away the passing game. But when you got 6 in the box, that's telling you to run the football. And that's kind of what Woodbridge wants to do with their explosive backs. They have so many big plays this year, and that is another prime example of why you need a 7th player in the box.
On the kick, number 80, Albury. Good snap. Got the hold down. It's up. It's true. And off go the fireworks here at Woodbridge. And I was told every Woodbridge score, there's going to be fireworks tonight.
Well, with touchdown runs like that, the run itself was a firework.
There you go. Folks, that was so quick. We're going to stay right here. And Woodbridge off and running, 7-0. And Sean, I know you talked a little bit with Jed Bell this week, and they're excited. And talk a little bit about what Jed told you this week.
Well, Jed talked about the explosiveness of Delmar's quarterback in Atkinson, but he also mentioned to me about how they can run the football and really set the tone. Number 34, Brooks Parker, said he's a load to bring down, and he runs really hard with bad intentions. So let's look for Parker here to have some nice runs as well. And then number 12, is a sophomore, but he's a kid to watch as well. So he's got his work cut out for him to try and stop this offense. They're going to run dive and double dive and some option and even some spread mixed in.
Albury kicks the ball. It's going towards the side, taking about the 20. That's number 7, A.J. Angelo, and he's going to be tackled by a host of Raiders at about the 34-yard line, bring it 1st and 10 for the Delmar Wildcats. And Sean, I think especially in a rivalry game, you want to do just what Woodbridge did.
Score first.
Score first and leave an impression.
Well, in your home, so you got your home fans fired up. You know, Delmar did travel pretty well, but there's a whole lot more fans here on the Woodbridge side.
7-0, folks. 11:17 to go here. Early first quarter. Atkins, that's
there's your
option to number 34, Brooks Parker. And it looks like he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, Sean.
Well, and this is what we just talked about. That was Coach Bell felt that he had to take away that option and double dive play. And right now they're going to play assignment football.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. They're moving from right to left on your screen.
Safety for Woodbridge is creeping down into the box.
Comes formation or motion to our side. That goes to number 29, Caleb Steele. Maybe a loss on the play, and this is that front four just getting after it.
Well, but staying home. See, we see it week in and week out, Benny, where defensive players get through the line of scrimmage and then continue up the field, and that's what that play is designed to attack, that counter play. Woodbridge did a good job of getting 1 yard deep, settling home, and seeing faces coming back.
Atkins under center, 3rd and 10. He's in a shotgun formation, and we're going to have a whistle on the play, probably a
procedure, maybe?
Procedure, possibly. And that's what we have. Illegal procedure as they go to the shotgun for the first time tonight. So that's going to push them back 5, making it 3rd and 15. Not something you see a lot out of Delmar as a shotgun formation.
Well, this was something that they instituted the past couple of years to change some things up. The spread offense is starting to take control. Smyrna really doing a great job with it. So.
They go back under the I formation. Play action drops back, throws to number 88, Zach Covington, incomplete. 4th and 15, and they're going to bring on the punting unit.
Yeah, Jamon Kane's got to recognize that back in the flat a little bit sooner. They're playing a lot of man coverage in the secondary, and he has that back out. That was an opportunity missed because it looked like it was going to be a big possible play with a pitch and catch.
On the punt is Atkins. Back number 3. He's the playmaker, Antoine Holden.
Well, we've seen him do some pretty special things.
That Milford return was one of the best, definitely the best this year, if not all time. And nice spiral punt, and it's going to go out of bounds. And let's see where Mr. Referee stops here. So it's going to be a short punt. And they're going to get the ball right back where they scored that last touchdown, Sean, on the 44-yard line.
Well, a smart punt, you know, kick it away from him. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too far to this side. You want to try and place that ball between the hash and the sideline.
1st and 10 for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders at their own 44-yard line. They lead 7-0 here in the first quarter.
I'm interested to see if Delmar stays in that Tampa 2 look that they were playing with a 4-2 look in the box. Looks like they still are. So they must be really worried about the throwing of the football by Woodbridge.
I formation, hand off to Riddick. He's got some running room on the right side. Takes it out to about the 50-yard line. There's a late flag. Looks like it's going to be a hold.
Yeah, the dreaded backside hold, it looks like.
That was a late flag, too. I mean, he dropped it. He dropped it when nobody was.
Oh, blocking the back.
Blocking the back.
And normally, like where he dropped it.
It's usually a hold area, yeah.
Correct. You don't get the block in the back call. So I'm wondering if the Delmar kid was in pursuit.
Right.
And
yeah, because the ball started on the hash mark, so you're still in the tackle box right there.
Correct. But usually that contact begins in the front. So
correct, yeah.
The only way that I could see that being a penalty was if the contact didn't happen in the front.
That's going to bring up a 1st and 19 for the Blue Raiders. And then we have movement there on the right side. It's number 56, Zach Pasta, sophomore, 5'10", 192.
Last week in that Laurel game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Silly penalties. You know, they have to clean that up. This is a big game for them, but it's also your last game to get ready for the state tournament as well. And you can't be doing these things if you're trying to win a state title.
Well, you know, being the number 1 seed, they could possibly see a St. Mark's.
Who's well coached and
right,
has
exactly.
athletes all over the field.
And the way Delaware does it, just because you're number 1 seed, getting that net, they reseed. So that's going to be a toss to Riddick. And looking for some running room off the left side, and he's going to maybe gain a 2. But when we talk about the reseed, sometimes, Sean, you get some pretty good 7 seeds. Let's talk about 2 years ago where Hodgson blew a game, got the number 7 seed, and went on to blow everybody out and win a state title.
Win a state title, absolutely. So, you know, that is the one thing that makes our tournament a little bit special, is that you get quality games week in and week out when that tournament starts.
Been a lot of, in other sports, a lot of complaining about the seeding. And, you know, in Delaware, with the exception of wrestling, everything is done by points. We'll get back to that after this play. 2nd down and 20 for the Blue Raiders, and it's going to be play action to Riddick. He's got a man open on the left side, and that's the playmaker Holden. Pitch and catch. And Sean, I was talking last week during the broadcast that they need to throw some outs, throw some flags, and let their quarterback Haynes get comfortable. Yeah.
I mean, it was a big play. He had 2 guys wide open. Mike Brewer was wide open as well down the right hash. So these safeties have to continue to, you know, drop with these receivers. They got caught looking in the backfield thinking he couldn't make that throw.
Mike Brewer, maybe the catch of the season last week.
Big touchdown.
And that's going to be a handoff to Massey, and he pushes the pile, and he's going to get a gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Anyways, back to the point system, Sean. With the exception of wrestling, all Delaware tournaments are seeded by a point system that's been there in place forever. You know, me and Trey were talking about it, and a lot of discussion in soccer, a lot of discussion in field hockey. A lot of field hockey people really upset about the seeding, but like we discussed, everybody starts on the left. Your job's to move to the right.
Absolutely. You know, well, I'll finish after this play.
2nd and 6 here for the Blue Raiders. Haynes under center, and that's a handoff to number 8. Jamon Kane again. He's got enough for the first down. I got to show him finish that point.
Well, what I was going to say was, especially with the hockey situation, you know, you're going to win a state title. You're going to play the best people. You get 16 teams. They're all good, and anybody can beat anybody. Milford, we were last week a 6 seed and had to go to overtime against 11 seed Concord. So,
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Just play the game.
Move left from the left to the right. 1st and 10 here for the Blue Raiders. And that's going to be a handoff. Oh, play action to Riddick. And he's got number 7 open. That's Blaze Rayford out of bounds at the 2-yard lines. And wow, Coach Manlove must be watching the broadcast. That's 2 flags in a row. That 2 flag tires in a row.
Yeah. Again, their safeties have to start to work to get over top of routes. What they're doing is they're in the chase mode, which is opening up that corner route. It's there all day. So unless they want to get back to some fundamentals and backpedal over top of a route.
Well, I kind of thought the last 2 weeks with all the interceptions and all the incompletions that they might come out throwing early to get ready for the playoffs.
Well, but he was also forcing balls. And
right.
Right now he's had receivers running wide open.
I formation, and that's Riddick up the middle. Touchdown, Tariq Riddick. Blue Raiders off. Running fast.
We questioned having your defense on the game. It's 7:09 and it's you're down 2 scores already.
Absolutely. And there they go. There's the fireworks, folks. And I noticed on the Milford Bucks have begun using their cannon again.
Yeah, there was a situation where, well, I'll say it after this extra point.
I thought that the state had told these teams no more.
Well, what had happened at Milford, we had a veteran who got disturbed when the cannon would go off. And so the district had made concessions with him that they wouldn't use the cannon. Then it reappeared this year.
Right.
So I don't know if they're taking him out to dinner.
Well, the state had gotten involved at one time.
Yeah.
And because there's the issue with Sussex Central and the actual 10-gauge cannon.
It's a real cannon.
And they found that, the use of those is illegal in the state of Delaware, but maybe the law has been changed. I don't know. Something maybe we have to look into. But we have fireworks here tonight, literally, and also on the field. And then we have cannons going off now. But I think I love it. I'm not against it. It's all a great part of high school football and tradition.
The pageantry of high school football in the state
and the
of Delaware.
Kick to number 7 again. A.J. Angelo, and he gets it out across the 30, pushes the ball out across the 35, and there's the whistle. He's got the ball about the 37-yard line. So I remember many, many, many years ago when Christiana and Newark would play, and Christiana would go steal the Newark cannon and paint it red, silver, and blue.
I remember that. I remember those things. Yeah, that was crazy.
One year, back in the early 70s, they dug a hole and buried it in the outside the end zone.
Well, that's a district rivalry game, just like the Indian River.
Not so much anymore. A lot of things have changed in Newcastle County, but Kent, Sussex County, and London Conference has held these rivalries true. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And it's going to be the second man through. That's going to be number 34, Brooks Parker. And now they got the offense running, pick up a 5.
Time that they've run the double dive, and I know that was a play of interest as well.
They lost theirs too. It's Wirecast.
I can hold that really long to do that snare drum. Milford and Lake 3 and out, both teams.
Oh, I'm back on. Is that the last play?
Yeah.
All right, we're back. All right, folks, sorry for the delay. We're back. Still no change in the score. 8:54 to go here in the half.
Yeah, it was a great little drive that Delmar had all the way down to about the Woodbridge 30-yard line. Went for it again on 4th down, and that time got stopped. And now Woodbridge is on a little drive of their own.
Second and 6 for Woodbridge. High formation. That's another handoff to Riddick. And he finds some cuts back to the middle. He's going to be close to the first down, Sean.
Well, they're doing a good job of attacking the middle. They haven't been able to get to the edge real well, but they've been very steady. They're just keeping the ball between the B gaps. And being 3rd and short and running the football the way they are, I think we could see probably another.
Brings up a 3rd down. Caravel 7, Capital Christian 0. I thought we would see a little bigger spread there, but I don't know if that was a 7:30 kickoff or not.
It may have been.
And that's going to be a Woodbridge first down on the carry. It's just number 15. This is a guy we haven't seen all season, KJ Mosley, the junior, and he's getting some touches tonight.
Did a great job there, twisting and turning and keeping his feet moving, going forward. The Caravel game also was senior day, so they may have had a big introduction.
There you go.
Probably didn't get off on
1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders. Smyrna 32, Polytech 0. Looks like the Eagles are going to have a 10-0 season. Haynes drives back, looking down the left side. He's got a hold overthrown. Number 21, Dustin Ryder there on the breakup.
Well, he had Mike Brewer on the flag route again, wide open.
Second and 10 for the Raiders, 7:17 to go.
I'll tell you, Benny, it is getting cold.
Yeah, the wind is really kicking up. High formation, double slot to the bottom of the screen. And it's going to be Massey off the right side, cuts back, cuts down the middle. Sean, this kid has got some moves. We watched him a couple weeks ago, and he runs the ball nice.
Twists and turns, and at every moment when he touches the ball, you think, is he going to break it? Is he going to break it? I mean, you just hold your breath going, here it is, this is it.
That's it.
You know?
I said, yeah, they talked about he can stop on a dime. I said he can stop on a dime, bend over and pick it up and keep on moving down the field.
But you know, that whole play was set up by a great pull by Shamir Vessels.
Under 7 minutes to play here in the half. Woodbridge 1st and 10, and Holden jumps out of the slot. That's going to bring him back 5 to a 1st and 15.
Probably their second penalty of the
It played pretty clean what we've seen the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. They've cleaned that up.
I could turn the heat on, but I can't beat that wind for you. I tell you. Wind is picking up. What was that feels like degree temperature there, Sean?
It was under 50, roughly. Well, right before we froze.
And it's going to continue.
It's so cold.
It's freezing our broadcast. That's again Mosley off the left side, and he's going to pick up maybe 1 or 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long for the Blue Raiders. Woodbridge leads 14-0 here in the Kiwanis Trophy game. 2nd and 12 here for Woodbridge. And Sean, when I was looking for the records, and I'm sure somebody has them somewhere between these two schools, I can go back to 2004, and Woodbridge had not won up until last year. So I imagine when they went and got the trophy out after the game last year, after they found it, there's probably a spot where there was no dust. That's going to be Haynes rolling out. It's got some running room out the outside, and he's going to go out of bounds. Close, no touchdown.
Haynes did an excellent job of being a patient runner that time. He let Vessels get down the field and set up the block, and then did an excellent job of reading the backside. The backside went to the outside, so
apparently he fumbled it through the end zone, which is a touchback. I thought I saw the referee signaling touchback, and that's what we have. So Haynes gets it down to the goal line and fumbles it through the end zone. That's a touchback. Delmar's ball on the 20.
And as we praise him for being a patient runner,
right,
you got to protect the football.
First and 10 for Delmar. They get new life. .45 to play here in the half.
This update from the Milford Studios: Glasgow 6, St. George's nothing.
So Glasgow 6-0.
4 minutes left in the half.
Option. Got some running room. Number 9 almost blew that play up. Come on, Massey, but he's able to step out of the tackle, pick up of about 5 on the play.
A great
second or third and 5.
Great swarm to the football.
Correction, second and 5. 5:26 to go here in the half. Woodbridge back to the spread formation. Atkins takes a snap, looks for a quick out, and his two receivers run into one another. So a little miscommunication.
Almost as if they were working a pick play and pick themselves. And that hurts when you're so successful in first down.
Right. 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. They're at their own 25-yard line. Slant pass and in and out of hands of 21. That's going to be no late hit.
Almost intercepted.
All right.
Richard Massey read that all the way, playing center field. That could have been a pick 6.
Could have been, absolutely. And Antoine Holden goes back to punt. I was looking for a flag there. It was instantaneous. I didn't think it was late hit, but I was waiting for that flag to come out.
I thought the receiver's route carried him into.
I thought so too.
I don't think he intended to.
No, I don't think so either. 5:02 to play here in the half. Atkins back to punt. Atkins does everything for the Wildcats. Good snap. And no pressure this time, and shanks it off to the right.
Oh no! That was close to not getting to the line of scrimmage.
So that's going to be great field position for Woodbridge. They go out, they fumble the ball through the end zone, so they dodge that bullet. And wow, so that wind is picking up. I know it's blowing from right to left, but it's blowing in this press box.
Yeah.
So here come the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. 1st and 10 at the Delmar, looks like 30-yard line. And that's going to be a handoff to Kane. Pick up of a couple on the play.
The old Jack Foster showed up to play today.
The referee just closed the window.
I know. Right next to us.
We close the window. You're going to have a dirty picture the rest of this game.
And we don't want high-definition spots.
Now it's going to be a play-action pass. He's got plays Rayford. Out the fingertips and out of bounds. So
I understand you're trying to get a quick score offense, but the past couple series.
Now we have a flag on the play.
Past couple series, they've gotten away from running in the B gap. I think they really need to just settle backs really make the plays that they're capable of making. I mean, that's how they got up early, and it's not like Delmar did anything to take those plays away. Throwing the football here keeps Delmar in the game when you're not completing those things.
It's going to be a hold on Woodbridge.
It's only 4:22. They haven't even used a minute.
The Lions Cup Trophy game down in Seaford. Laurel 19, Seaford 0. Seaford looking to extend that streak to 13 years.
You mean Laurel?
Laurel, yes. And play blown up, number 33, Trey Parsons.
This is what worries me about Woodbridge, heading into the tournament. We're starting to see now in the second quarter a plethora of penalties, turning the ball over, and you can't do that heading into the tournament. Especially when you could possibly be playing a St. Mark's team that's well coached and well disciplined.
3rd and 19 for the Blue Raiders. And it's going to be Riddick off the left side, or just check that Massey. Breaks the tackle, spins out of a tackle. Wow, he's broken 4 tackles on this play, but not going to get any yards out of it. That's going to bring up a 4th and long.
Barry Sanders-esque there.
Yeah, he is a great, fun to watch runner. Well, let it run so we can shut the window for a little while, because it's getting windy.
Next time Trey has to bring the handheld, go outside.
Caramel 14, Capital Christian 0. Caramel trying to get to that state tournament. Probably already in. On the punt, Leah Styles. And he gets it off high kick. The wind's going to hold it up. Hits a Delmar receiver. Let's see who's got it. Looks like Delmar may have got it back. And they do. Delmar first down. Middletown 7, Concord 0.
And we both felt that Middletown would win that football.
Yeah, Middletown looking to go 10-0, first seed in the state tournament. Woodbridge leads this one 14-0. 2:38 to play at Delmar, 1st and 10. At about their own 12-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout. Looks like an official timeout. And
they're playing with the wrong ball?
I guess they have the wrong ball, because we'll find out in a little bit. Something about the balls. The referee's taking it over to Dave Hearn. Dave Hearn, the Henley Conference all-time winningest coach. 2 weeks ago, he set the record. And there's rumors that this could be his last season. He's not fessed up to it yet.
Those are I'll believe it. As Yogi would say, I believe it when I believe it.
And not yet confirmed rumors that Bill Collick may be hanging up the whistle at Cape and Lopez. So we could have 2 Henley coaches going in the same year.
I did hear that rumor.
Atkins under center. It's got to be a little counter action with Parker, and nowhere to go as the Woodbridge front floor shut it down.
And they've done a good job of being very consistent on defense. Other than one drive that Delmar had when we got frozen here, they really haven't mustered much up offensively. They've had a couple successful plays here, but putting them together, it's been real tough.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. And a little pattern out of the backfield. That's number 44. I don't have a number for. Scratch, that's 34. Brooks Parker on the reception. They're going to call a timeout. Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
They tried a little swing pass to get the ball to the big guy, Brooks Parker, out there in the flats, and
So are you a Woodbridge senior?
Am I?
Check with your guidance counselor next week. The Earl W. Mitchell Senior Scholarship. Bridgeville class of 1947, $1,000 scholarship to any two-sport or more athlete for a Woodbridge High School senior. Do not have to play sports in college? Check it out. Our past 3 winners, Willie Davis wrestling at Drexel, Jordan Clark playing softball at Chestnut Hill, and Sarah Davis playing field hockey at UMass Amherst.
I knew a wrestler was in there. Had to be.
Davis kids are good kids, let me tell you something.
They are. They're excellent athletes.
Excellent athletes, excellent students. All 3 of them have finished in the top 5 of their class here at Woodbridge. Third and 8 for the Wildcats. Slant pattern. Oh, caught by number 23 or 33, Trey Parsons. And he's tackled late flag high in the air.
And that could be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Antoine Holt. That's a great play call. Quick pass. They've had the quick pass open in the flat. This time they finally get a quick release, quick pattern. Everything's going north and south. And, you know, he was also the player that got the first down for him when they went for it on 4th down when we were frozen.
Unsportsmanlike cut. What now?
So Parsons. Big plays, but one gets nullified.
Absolutely. So that's going to bring up
it'll be a first down.
First down. And just when Delmar seems to get it going.
Well, this happened to them last week against Milford. They were inside the red zone 3 times.
Right.
Came away with no points.
Well, they're going to get the first down. They're going to move the ball back. It's only 1:43, and the clock is winding right now as we've not had the ball whistled to play. As Parker coming off the right side, a little bit of running room, gain of about 2, maybe 3 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Clock still winding to 1:13 and counting.
I really like the way this young man runs the football. He doesn't run high, shoulders are over the knees, and he's a grinder. He would be one of those Gruden grinders.
This play here, 2nd down and 7. Drops back, looking for a receiver down the sideline. That's number 49, Corbin Conan. And that was just great position defense there.
Excellent position, and I really thought that they could have got an offensive pass.
He was reaching out his back.
Because, you know, it really looked like Corbin really grabbed the left arm and prevented him from catching the football and making that interception. And we saw that last week with a big offensive pass interference.
It sounds like our Franklin Woodbridge fans agrees with you because she is letting the referee have it here.
She's letting them know for the past couple series.
3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. And they're just struggling to get in formation right now. The plays are coming in from cue cards on the sidelines. And double slots. There's going to be a slant. In and out of hands, 21, Destin Ryder.
That was a very, very dangerous pass.
Well, the one that he caught could have been picked. 2 guys right there. Just
Massey almost picked that one off coming right across. He got there just a second late, but it was good coverage. Good coverage.
4th and 7. Looks like they're bringing the punt team on with 42.5 to play.
This is going to be a huge punt. I mean, the wind has really kicked up, Benny. They've only had one really good punt where they were able to get it.
The wind is blowing into the press box. It's now blowing to the Woodbridge side of the field. Trust me. We can feel it. Atkins on the punt. Good snap. Gets it off. This one gets down the middle of the field. Wobbly punt.
It hit
about the 45. Bounced down to around the 35. where it's going to be touched dead with 30.5 seconds to go here.
I'd really like to see them just kneel the ball, go in at halftime, sure. Up 2 scores.
And just as we say that, the flags are now blowing down towards the end zone. So.
No, I understand, but how many times do we see week in and week out somebody trying to get that cheap one right at the end, and you see the pick 6. We've seen it in Cape Central.
So the Woodbridge Raider has made it to the track. Their mascot.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
1st and 10 for Woodbridge. 30 seconds to play here. They're at their own 34-yard line. And it's going to be a toss to Riddick. Looks for some running room off the left side. Breaks the tackle out of bounds. Going to bring up a 2nd down. Going to give a 1st down. 1st and 10 from their 45-yard line. 24.7 left here to play in the half.
No, he moved it back. We've seen some crazy spots.
This has been crazy this year.
Crazy spots the last 3 weeks.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 3 at their own 41-yard line. Pistol formation. Haynes drops back, throws the out. That's the hold, and then he gets out of bounds around the 50. That's going to be a 1st down. And kind of like what I was talking about last week, throw those outs, throw those flags, let this kid get comfortable.
Yeah, it's a good, safe, easy throw for yourself, and you're able to get out of bounds and stop the clock and have another opportunity. Coach Manlove's down there. I'm up here. I'd have kneeled on it. Coach trying to get another one in there. That's why he's the number 1 team in the state.
Haynes driving back, throws down the sideline. He's got 2 receivers. Tipped. Oh, broken up by Atkins. I don't know who made the better play there. Holden or Atkins?
Atkins, absolutely, because Holden's catching that ball. If Atkins gives up on the play, and he might even go in and score. That was an excellent effort by Jimmy Atkins.
12.1 seconds to go here in the half, and that was just crazy, great play there. I mean, just a lot of athleticism down there.
Woodbridge has really seen something down the sideline today, whether it would be a fade route or flag routes. They're really attacking those Delmar corners.
2nd and 10, and throws the swing pass out of the backfield. That's Riddick. Riddick makes a move, gets the 1st down, cuts it back inside, and goes down with and the clock's still running. 2.4 to play. And I imagine we'll see a Woodbridge timeout here. And so we got a Woodbridge timeout with 2.4 to go. So
Milford with a goal line stand. It's scoreless in the 2nd quarter.
Milford and Lake Forest, like you said, throw those records out when those 2 teams play. It's a true rivalry.
Absolutely, there is no doubt.
And a loss there for Milford. I mean, they're in the tournament, but wow, that could really shake up the seedings. And it could find them playing a 2nd seed or possibly a 3rd seed.
Yep.
So a lot to be decided in Division II. It's all going to come down to tomorrow when Tower Hill and Wilmington Friends meet, when it's all sorted out.
Update from the Milford Studios, Smyrna 40, Polytech 0.
That one's over. We can just stop reporting on that one. Nobody's going to listen to that anymore.
It's a big game for Milford running back David Bowman today, as he's trying to get 1,000 yards. And being out for 3 weeks with a broken wrist, that's pretty impressive season.
That's a good season, yeah. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the Delmar 31-yard line. 2.4 seconds to play. So pistol formation. Imagine we're going to see a shot to the end zone, and we're going to have movement on the Woodbridge.
He may have turned it up a little bit too soon.
Well, I also think the slot back may have stepped. So one last play here. The Raider giving us a little Hulk Hogan down there.
He is.
First and 15 for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders. One play here left in the half. Pistol formation, double slot, and then we get Samir Vessels moving. Now I think it's time to take a knee.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got 1.2. The Blue Raiders still doing his Hulk Hogan down there.
Yeah.
Hulkamania is still alive.
First and 20 for Woodbridge, and they're back double slot pistol formation, so we're going to see a ball down the field. And it's going to be a toss out to Riddick. Got some running room and goes down.
They cut on the inside foot.
Yep. End of the first half. Your score, Woodbridge 14, Delmar 0. And there he is, folks. There is your Woodbridge Blue Raider. I tell you, so many schools starting to put the money out for mascots, Sean.
Yeah.
It just, but this is the first we've seen of him this season.
Hey, and how about the Greenwood Fire Company driving the truck right on down the track? Trey, can you get a look at that one right in front of you there? The Greenwood Fire Company. How about it?
Folks, we're going to go to commercials here. We'll be back with our halftime updates. But your score at the half, Woodbridge 14, Delmar 0.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammer of Soto Concepts.
And I'm Jen Myers of Plate Catering.
And we'd love to invite you to check us out for your wedding or next event.
At Plate Catering, it's our mission to make your dream wedding a reality, expertly taking care of all the food and service details so you don't have to. Our professional team will work with you to create a one-of-a-kind event, whether it be on the beach, farm to table, or at your home. Whatever the venue or occasion, Plate Catering is here to help you make it the best it can be.
Plate Catering from Soto Concepts. Check us out. Soto Concepts is the premier restaurant group in Southern Delaware. We have 8 restaurants from Lewis all the way down to Fenwick. We have a catering company, a food truck, a soda company, a film company, and a management and a consulting company. We believe in beautiful, simple food. We like to develop the people we work with, and at the same time, we have a little bit of a higher mission, and we're trying to make the world a better place. And we have a group of people that every day wake up and they get after it, and they're all focused on one thing, and they're trying to make a great company, and we're trying to make the Culinary Coast a national focus for the United States as a food destination. I think we've done a really good job of that in the past few years. The daily grind of the restaurant can be very difficult. You're dealing with alcohol, food, and people. Those are 3 highly volatile things. So sometimes it's better to have a little bit of a higher calling, a little bit of a higher purpose, that as a group we're trying to get together, stick together, and be about something. And for us, it kind of gets us through the hard seasons and the hard times that we can rely on each other. We have about 150 full-time year-round employees, and then every season we hire, I think this year we hired about 270 people. So we have 270 seasonal people spread out throughout the whole county. And for me, it's great. And some of these people started out as 15-year-old busboys working with us, and now they're lawyers and doctors and business executives throughout the world, and they still come back and they have a relationship with us. So it's been a really nice experience for us that we're so connected to the community, and we can develop people on so many different levels. We want to support the people that we work with. We want all of our employees to have what they need to grow and be professional. And we may open 10 more restaurants. We may open 100 more restaurants. But all we know at the end of the day is we want to stick together, and we have a great group of people, and I'm really proud of them. I'm proud of everybody. This was a really trying year, and it's a testament to the team that Matt put together that we flourished after a tragedy. And the stronger and better we can make Southern Delaware, the better our restaurant group's going to be.
Plate Catering, the catering division of Sodell Concepts, where we're doing beautiful, simple foods for you. We can accommodate intimate affairs or larger parties anywhere from 1 to 800. We can go anywhere in a 50-mile radius of our location, be it on the beach, in your home, on a farm, at any venue, including the Indian River Life Saving Station, which you'll see later in our clip. You can choose from a pre-designed, chef-driven menu where we keep only the freshest and most local ingredients in mind, or we can customize a menu to your liking. Plate Catering. I hope you keep us in mind for your next event.
This place is for everybody. Actually, my entire family signed up. So my wife, my children, my young son comes in. My son's only 10.
They have the kids classes, they have the fitness class if you're just looking primarily to get in shape. Obviously the jiu-jitsu class is what I come here for.
Every time I walk through that door, I'm unbelievably happy, that I'm here. I mean, just a reminder of all the energy and effort that I've put in.
Even if you just watch a class first, you won't know until you try.
This place is for everybody. Actually, my entire family signed up. So my wife, my children, my young son comes in. My son's only 10.
They have the kids classes, they have the fitness class if you're just looking primarily to get in shape. Obviously the jiu-jitsu class is what I come here for.
Every time I walk through that door, I'm unbelievably happy, that I'm here. I mean, just a reminder of all the energy and effort that I've put in.
Even if you just watch a class first, you won't know until you try.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
Welcome back to Greenwood, Delaware, folks. Our halftime score, Woodbridge 14, Delmar 0. Coming up with the stats, but first some out-of-town scores. Thanks to Chris Mitchell back in Lewis. Slaceanna now leads St. Mark's 7-0. Milford gets on the board. They lead Lake Forest in the Battle of the Bell 7-0. Sussex Central 34, Indian River 7. Middletown 7. Concord 0. At the half, Glasgow leads St. George's 6-0. And Carabel leads Capital Christian 14-6. And with our halftime stats, thanks to Dave Marble, our stat man, total yardage for Woodbridge, 288 total yards, 200 of them coming on the ground, 28 through the air. And for Delmar, 102 yards total, 37 in the air, or passing, and 65 on the ground. Leading rusher so far for Delmar, number 34, Brooks Parker, 8 carries, 33 yards. And for the Blue Raiders, number 8, Jamon Kane, 5 carries, 91 yards with a touchdown. And number 2, Tariq Riddick, 10 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. In the passing stats, Woodbridge, Troy Haynes, he's 4 of 7 for 88 yards. And for Delmar, number 1, Jimmy Atkins, he's 3 of 11 for 37 yards. So we come into the second half, a great Veterans Day halftime show here from Woodbridge. Veterans from all branches of the service have gone around the track. And
songs,
a little bit of fireworks, a little bit of singing.
Disney-esque fireworks, I would say.
All kinds of stuff going on here.
Absolutely.
So, Sean, let's get back. Our scoring tonight, how it got started. First possession, number 8, Jamon Kane, 56 yards down the right side. The kick is good. So with 11:17 to go, Woodbridge takes a 7-0 lead. They get the ball back again, and then number 2, Tariq Riddick on the 1-yard run. That was set up by the pass play from Troy Haynes to number 7, Blaze Rayfield, a guy that he doesn't get in the passing game much, but he's the big tight end, big body, gets down there and makes the play.
He did a great job on that route running, too.
Yeah, he sets up the 1-yard touchdown run by Tariq Riddick at the 6:15 mark. Woodbridge is up 14-0, and then the penalty bug hit the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, and the turnover bug as well. I mean, they had an opportunity to get another score right before halftime and didn't protect the football and turned it over.
Middletown 7, Concord 3. So a little bit of a defensive battle. I think Middletown.
Yeah, the Raiders are playing them tough right now.
A lot of people saying it would be interesting if Bam Roberts is back. He's been out for like 3 weeks, and he's a definite difference maker for Concord. And it's going to be interesting as we get into this state tournament. Sussex Central, they're going to probably be a 6 seed. They're going to probably see most likely William Penn, and
not a favorable matchup.
No.
For Coach Wells and the Knights.
Well, the one thing the Knights can do is they can run the ball, they can eat up clock, and they did it to Smyrna. Smyrna scored all their touchdowns in the last 8 minutes of the game in the fourth quarter, and came away with a win. And I talked to Coach Judy after that, and I was talking to him on the sidelines before the Cape game, and he said, it was a scare, kind of like Jed Bell said. They got a wake-up call. Luckily, it wasn't a loss for either team.
Sure, and the win was a big factor in that. I joked with you last week about Central getting the big transfer from Jack Frost.
Right.
That day. It seems like though he left Central now and is playing here in Woodbridge.
He is definitely around here. That's for sure.
We've been able to make some modifications with the win, so hopefully, folks, it won't be as bad coming in the second half.
So 14-7, Woodbridge leads the Kiwanis Club Trophy. And the Woodbridge Fire Company has brought their tower truck out here, and we're going to get the camera around to that, and have unfurled the American flag as a part of our Veterans Day celebration here. And just as we talk about it, Middletown kicks their own field goal. Middletown 13, Concord 3.
There you go.
Big Blue Hen Conference matchup. We talked a lot, Sean, about the Blue Hen Conference and their dominance in football, and how Smyrna's trying to come not only to repeat for the Henlopen Conference, but the first Henlopen Conference team ever to repeat as a state champion in Division I.
And have a real good chance of doing it. Although that Middletown team, seems to be the team that matches up real well with them.
Right.
They have explosive players on offense, just like Smyrna does. They play excellent defense. They're well coached. Could be an excellent state championship game if those two meet. Other than that, I don't know if there's a team in the state that can actually stop that Smyrna offense. It is just so impressive. They have the three-headed monsters.
The best or maybe only way to stop the Smyrna offense is with your offense.
Yeah.
You just can't let them have the ball,
Well,
and that's what Sussex Central did. And we saw it a little bit with Cape early on.
Yeah, because that game was 16-16 ball game with, I believe it was 5 minutes to go in the half. They didn't answer when they had an opportunity to, and Smyrna put up 2 quick touchdowns right before half, and then it just turned into a rout because Cape had to get out of their offense. This is an amazing celebration.
Yeah, this is quite classy.
Yep.
By Woodbridge High School.
Absolutely.
We were at commercials because we got to pay.
Got to pay the bills.
Got to pay our bills.
Pay the bills.
But nice celebration going around the track. Army, some Humvees, a little bit of Marines, Navy, everything. Celebrating their ROTC program here, and gotta thank our veterans.
Absolutely.
Both father was a veteran of the Army, although it's been said he may have spent more time playing baseball in Germany than he did. In the Air Force. He was in the Air Force and spent a lot of time in Germany playing baseball.
And my brother, a United States Marine. Without everyone's service, we couldn't do what we do here. It is so special. I always thank, our service members all the time for what they do for me to allow for me to live in the greatest country in the world.
Absolutely. Well said.
I'm sorry, I just keep watching these fireworks.
Yeah, we're having a great show down here. It's like the 4th of July here in Bridgeville.
I'm waiting for Mickey Mouse. It's awesome.
Folks, we're going to walk you off a little bit with the Woodbridge marching band, and we'll be right back with the second half.
Children, my young son comes in. My son's only 10.
They have the kids classes. They have obviously the jiu-jitsu class. That's what I come here for.
Watch a class first. You won't know until
I walk through that door. I'm
for your wedding or next event.
At Play Catering, it's our mission to make your dream wedding a reality, expertly taking care of all the food and service details so you don't have to. Our professional team will work with you to create a one-of-a-kind event, whether it be on the beach, farm to table, or at your home. Whatever the venue or occasion, Plate Catering is here to help you make it the best it can be.
Plate Catering from Sodell Concepts. Check us out.
Welcome back to Greenwood, Delaware, folks. About 2.5 minutes left here in the half. We've had a fireworks show. We've had some honoring of the vets. We had a little bit of everything here. Classy halftime show by the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, or Woodbridge High School, I guess we should say. And back on the track is the Blue Raider himself. First time we've seen him this year. They've brought him out for the big one.
Yep.
The Kiwanis Trophy game. And last week, Jordan Westcott told me, he said the biggest thing about this game is after the game on Saturday they have a big dinner put on by the Kiwanis Club and the two Delmar and
come out on the losing end on that dinner.
You do not want to be walking in there on the low end of the scoreboard, let me tell you. Halftime update, folks. Slazy Annam 21, St. Mark 0, Caravel 28, Capital Christian 6. So starting to look like Sally's will be headed back to the state tournament.
Will that knock St. Mark's out of the tournament?
A lot to go. This Division II is really, really tight on points.
I noticed...
a Tower Hill win would definitely knock them out tomorrow.
Explain to the people, Benny, why Division II gets 8 teams in their playoffs, but Division I only 6.
Pretty simple. There's only 17 schools in Division I. So, you take 8 teams in Division I, you've taken almost half the division, and now it's becoming an everybody gets a trophy type thing. And this was discussed years ago in the wrestling tournament when they expanded the wrestling tournament. A lot of coaches wanted to go to 6 teams in each division, and which makes a longer day. It's one more round for everybody.
Yep.
And the first 2 get a bye, and it was it was asked why are we going? What's the reason for going to 6 teams? And
we're a small state, so you don't want to water it.
Right. And what was said was to help some of these programs, and it was said at the meeting, are we here to crown a state champion, or are we here to build programs? So
you don't want to.
So I think 6 teams. I know there's been some discussion about 8 teams. This year, I don't see 8 teams that are capable of playing in the Division I state tournament.
I mean, we talked about it, before. Dover being the 10th ranked team in the state, and I believe they only have 2 wins.
So here we go. Kickoff to start the second half. Bobbled again. Number 7 picks it up. That's A.J. Angelo, and just giving the Blue Raiders plenty of time to get down the field and make the tackle. So Delmar will take over 1st and 10 here in the third quarter. They trail 14-0, and Woodbridge looking for their first 10 of the season since Prince sang 1999. Of course, he sang along before that, but
I think Delmar has to come out of this locker room and really get Brooks Parker going.
Yeah, he's been their man so far.
He really has.
Passing him really not taking the one slant pass, and that was called back by penalties. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Delmar Wildcats. Back under center is Adkins. And we're going to hand up off the middle, and that's Austin, number 25, Isaac Austin, the senior, 6 foot 180. Not had a lot of touches in this game, but he picks up about 7 on the play. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 3.
Delmar's starting to spread the ball around a little bit on their touches.
Play comes in front, signaled in front of the sideline. We have I formation. And it's going to be a handoff to Parker. And he's wrapped up on the right side, gain of maybe 2. And on the tackle, number 9, Kamon Massey. A lot of Masseys on this team. And number 6, Richard Massey. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Woodbridge has done a great job on stopping that double dive today.
Yes, I have. And looks like Delmar bringing a big right tackle. Will John Jr., 6'7", 340. And he's been switching on both sides of the ball, so imagine where he goes, that ball's going.
And
Isaac Austin, he's trying to get around the right side, and that was Jamon Kane holding him up, and number 3, Antoine Holden, taking him out low and finishing it off.
Well, John's tried to
loss of 4.
John's tried to set the edge there.
Right.
And made a really good block. But unfortunately, the pursuit and the fundamental tackling by Woodbridge, there was no edge to get.
Right. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 5. On the punt is Jimmy Atkins.
And not the way you wanted to start coming out of the locker room. Only down 2 scores.
And Woodbridge brings some pressure. Floater down the middle of the field. And it's going to take a small Delmar hop. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Woodbridge Blue Raiders at their own 46-yard line. And they know we talked about Delmar needs to come out and set the tone. I think Woodbridge needs to come out here. They've a lot of things didn't go their way late, and they need to come out and score.
They set the tone. They have the tone set. They got to clean up the tone.
Right, exactly, yeah.
You know, we saw some early explosiveness when they play the ball clean, play offense clean. Can't turn the ball over. Can't have silly penalties. Clean it up.
1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders. And it's going to be a handoff to Jamon Kane. He's hit, wrapped up by number 73, spins out of it, and he's going to have the 1st down. I thought number 73, Mason Lilly, the freshman, had him wrapped up in the backfield, and Kane just spun out and took off.
Yeah, he showed great strength. That's why he's in the weight room working hard. Great 2nd and 3rd efforts in getting that 1st down.
Number 8, his nickname's Ocho, I've told by Jed Bell.
That is true.
1st and 10 at the Delmar 43-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Riddick off the right side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage by number 41, Nick Davis. 6'1", 215. He's a junior. And no gain on the play. Yes, he did. He was not spinning out of that one, or he was losing his jersey if he did. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Raiders.
Lulu finds the end zone for the Cape Henlopen Vikings. They now lead 32-21 with 1:35 left in the game.
Wow, where was everybody on that one? Last week it was 14-7. So here we go, 2nd and 10. And Riddick's off and running. He's got the 1st down. And he's going to be down about the 35-yard line. And Woodbridge driving, looking for a first early score here in the 3rd quarter. And that's going to be a handoff to Kane. He's got some running room. He runs nice in traffic there, Sean. He keeps the feet moving and moves the ball. He's going to be close to the 1st down here. Looks like a gain of 9 on the play.
That time put his hand on the lead blocker. Woodbridge here on this drive has really established the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 1 for Woodbridge. High formation. Brewer out to the left side, and that's going to be Riddick. Dances in the hole, finds some running room. He's got the 1st down. Tackled by number 73, Mason Lilly.
And folks, that's the prime example that I've been talking about, of where your defender comes clean through the line of scrimmage. It was a blocking assignment faux pas, you could say, but doesn't break down.
Right.
And actually ran right by it, which created the cutback lane for Riddick to get the 1st down. You got to break down and have good fundamentals, and you can't be running.
1st and 10 for Woodbridge. It's going to be a toss to Riddick around the left side. He's got some running room. Touchdown, Tariq Riddick. It's like about a 12-yard touchdown run. And we have a Woodbridge player down. Shamir Vessel is a guy they do not want to lose going into the playoffs.
An all-stater, you don't want to lose him. He seems to be
more
able to
fireworks.
I think Vessels will be fine.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
So it looks like At least to me, Woodbridge has come out and
absolutely
asserted themselves.
This is exactly what they need to do.
Absolutely.
Albury on the kick. And it's good. Hold there by number 11, Gabe Westcott. And Woodbridge is up 21-0 here in the third quarter. So Woodbridge, and this is kind of what they do, Sean. They kind of lure you asleep, and then they strike.
Mm-hmm. And the next thing you know, you're down 3 scores, 4 scores. You know,
right.
This is how they kind of played early in the season. They get up, they make their mistakes, and then in the second half kind of just take control of a football game.
Caryville 35, Capital Christian 6. The Caryville, they'll move to 7-3 on the season and into the state tournament. Sunday, we'll find out where everybody's going to be. And folks, this is our last broadcast of the year on 302 Sports. After this week, we will be switching to NFHS and carrying some playoff games and the state finals for the DIAA. Albury on the kick for Woodbridge. And it looks like the wind's got things going down as Brewer's going to make the hold.
It's the old backyard hold it.
You see a lot of this at Delaware Stadium because where the wind whips through there.
Option.
Oh, a little option off the kickoff. Dave Hearn throwing a little bit of everything out there tonight, isn't he?
I love that. I love it.
And we've heard, nothing confirmed. He's been asked, and he gave that coy Dave Hearn answer. Is this your last year? Well, I don't know.
He says so much,
right.
saying so little.
Woodbridge 21, Delmar 0. Here we go into the 1st and 10. And it's going to be option to the left side. That's Parker, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 on the play.
Yeah, they've had really good success today running the option play, especially to that left side. And for whatever reason, they seem to get away from it. He's also gotten himself into a little bit of a pattern where they come under center on first down, and then second down he seems to be going to the spread. And I think if they would just settle in on being who they are, which is the dive, double dive, and the option team, I think they'd have a lot more success. As we look here you go. It's second down, and they're heading into their spread offense.
So second, must have gone out of bounds. It's going to be a 2nd and 7. Option play, cuts it back up inside and cuts it into a whole bunch of Woodbridge Blue Raiders.
Yeah, that should have been a pitch there.
And Chris Mitchell sends me the final score in Lewis. Cape and Lupin moves to 7-3. They beat Sussex Tech 32-21. So the Vikings a 7-3 season. That's going to help teams like Smyrna and Central in the seeding and help them help Sussex Central get in. 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats, and he's all alone in that backfield. 5 wide. And throwing the deep ball. That's to Isaac Austin. He's got it.
Great catch.
Number 25, Isaac Austin with the catch. Well, just a little route right down his numbers.
Yeah, we used to call it steamers. It's just verticals down the field, and the outside receiver runs underneath. But the whole key to that was when Austin was running, he didn't run with his arms out. He brought the arms out at the last second, so he was able to run and catch up to the football.
Incomplete, intended for number 49, Corbin Conan. And there you saw a little bit of that Woodbridge pressure.
Well, and then you got a late flag, and I don't understand the call.
Must have been pass interference away. It was just contact. And the high school rule is if the ball's in the air, there can't be any contact. So.
Well, it looked like he did grab his left arm.
And they're going to mark off.
Came in so late.
15.
Oh, he threw the wrong thing. He threw the beanbag.
Well, that happens. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. And looking for Alston again, and threw his hands.
He had him.
He had him open.
He had him.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. And let's see how this Woodbridge offense,
sometimes
defense holds here.
When you're throwing that short route like that, and he's open like that, you get so excited. It's like throwing darts.
Right.
And if he would just take a little off, I think that could have been a big, big play.
2nd and 10 for Delmar. Little play action out of the shotgun, and Atkins is going to roll out, but there's a whole lot of Woodbridge Raiders there, and he's pushed out of bounds by the Ray Jamon Kane. And gain of about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. So I want to talk about one of our sponsors here, Barkley Heating and Air out of Smyrna. And this is one of those businesses I like to have this kind of sponsors because you can talk about them. And I've used Barkley's Heating and Air. They're on time. They're great prices, and they do great work. Barkley's Heating and Air out of Smyrna, Delaware. One of our new sponsors here on 302
These temperature
Sports.
changes, you need that heater.
Yes, I do.
I begged my wife this week. She finally turned it on.
3rd and 9 for Woodbridge, for Delmar. Atkins goes under center. And he's going to drop left. Look left to Parker. Got a 1st down, and tackle made by number 44, Brock Keeler. He's a sophomore.
That's exactly what we talked about. See, that time he took something off of it, and the timing was there. And he put that right between the 3 and the 4.
He did. 1st and 10 for Delmar.
Here's the Gator again, 5 wide.
And he's looking for number 49. He's got it. That's number 49, Corbin Conan. Tackle made by 15, KJ Mosley. That's going to bring it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the Wildcats.
This is a nice little drive that they're putting together. Spreading the ball around.
Just throwing the shorts out.
But you know what? They've stayed consistent. Other than the option play coming out of from underneath center, they've stayed in this shotgun and spread formation, been able to spread Woodbridge out a little bit. And as I say that, they get back under center.
Atkins under center, motion to the left. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle to Isaac Austin, but Woodbridge stuffs it.
This is where they were last week 3 times. They were inside the 10-yard line 3 times against Milford. Came away with no points and actually threw, I believe, 2 interceptions as well.
At the half, Salesianum 24, St. Mark 0. Smyrna 56-0 over Polytech at the half. And also at the half, Caravel 35, Capital Christian 6. 3rd and goal. Shotgun formation with 2 backs with him in the backfield. Atkins takes a snap. And he's going to try to take it himself, and the front 4 stuffs it.
And it was a pitch again. When the rule is, Benny, that when you're running the option play, you're attacking the inside shoulder, or the outside shoulder, excuse me, of the pitch man. And when you see numbers, you need to pitch it. He saw numbers. Because Woodbridge had 3 of them right there.
5 wide, down on the goal line. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line for Delmar. And he's looking for the quarter fade pattern. He's got it. Touchdown to Isaac Austin.
That was a great combination route where they took the 2 outside receivers and had them run ins. And the 3rd receiver runs the flag route, which opens it right up.
It's going to make it 21-6 as it looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
Nope, they're going to kick it.
On the kick, if we get a number here.
Number 7.
That's number 7. A.J. Angelo's had a couple nice returns tonight. So your score with 4:04 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Woodbridge 21, Delmar 0. Folks, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
Welcome back to Greenwood. 21-7 is your score. Woodbridge Blue Raiders lead. Delmar set to kick off here. Headlip and South, Southern Division action. The Kiwanis Trophy game. A lot of rivalries down here in Sussex County and Kent County tonight.
Well, these Wildcats demonstrated they're not going away anywhere.
No.
You know, Atkins did a really good job of settling down that drive. We was just talking with our stat man, Coach Marvel, and I was really impressed with his timing.
So the kick's away. It's going to be a high kick. And it's going to go to number 6, Massey. Cuts it up the middle.
He's got a seam.
He's got the kicker to beat. Oh, brought down from behind by number 12, T-Sean Denard, as he was looking to make a move on the kicker. Denard brings him down from behind.
Well, that's an excellent effort play of not giving up on it, making sure that he doesn't get that touchdown run. So many times we see kids that just won't hustle back. That's an excellent effort.
So 1st and 10 for Delmar, for Woodbridge. They're deep in Woodbridge territory. St. George's 7, Glasgow 6, 5:29 to go in the third. Blue Hen beat title on the line and most likely the number 2 seed in the state tournament. Coach J.D. Maul, he's getting all he wants from Shannon Riley and the Glasgow Dragons.
Sussex Central 47. Indian River 7.
Yeah, that one's been over for a while. 21-7 is our score here. 2nd and 5 for Woodbridge, and that's a play action pass looking for Brewer over the middle, and double coverage, no flag.
And this is
both sides wanted flags.
It's not a good decision to throw the football into double coverage like that. That's what caused them issues last week against Laurel, trying to force a ball. Just throw it out of bounds,
3rd and 5 here for Woodbridge, and this is something, I think this is the part of the game that Woodbridge has to clean up going into the state tournament. We all know they have a really good defense, but isn't it the kind of defense that can shut down the top 7 teams in the state? We'll have to see.
Yeah.
And that's a handoff to Kane, and he's up the middle, touchdown. 30-yard touchdown run for Kane.
And attacking the B gap, which we said has been there for them all day, their bread and butter. And just what a great sidestep. Did you see that?
They have some great runners on this Woodbridge team. We've talked about all of them.
Well, the thing about that cut was, as he cut the ball to the right, the shoulder gain yards.
On the kick, 80, Chris Albury. And got it down, but it's just kicks it in the middle of the ball, it looked like, Sean, and it just doesn't get there.
It kind of looked like my tee shot where he hit it a little fat, and I think he hit that one a little fat. No mulligans, though.
There you go, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
This place is for everybody. Actually, my entire family signed up. So my wife, my children, my young son comes in. My son's only 10.
They have the kids classes, they have the fitness class if you're just looking primarily to get in shape. Obviously the jiu-jitsu class is what I come here for.
Every time I walk through that door, I'm unbelievably happy, that I'm here. I mean, just a reminder of all the energy and effort that I've put in.
Even if you just watch a class first, you won't know until you try.
Welcome back, folks. 27-7, Woodbridge leads.
That's how you answer.
Well, and we talked about it, Sean. This is kind of what they do. This is,
they've done it all year.
Yeah.
Other than last week, they've done it all year.
Kick bounces past number 21 and into the end zone for a touchback. Something we complain about, but we rarely see in high school football.
Right. Well, to get back to this Woodbridge team, what they did demonstrate last week was that sometimes good teams win ugly.
Right.
And maybe that was their wake-up call.
Well, they also showed they could stand up to adversity, too.
Absolutely. Any championship team, we talk about how great they are. It's always about the amount of adversity that they've had to overcome. And that was a mountain.
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Delmar Wildcats. That was like
excellent tackle by Rayford.
Trying to get a number on who was on the play. Carrying on the play. Was that Atkins?
Made the tackle, but I couldn't see who ran the football.
That looked like Atkins, and he's a little trouble. He's slow getting up.
That would be brutal for this offense if he goes down.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a senior, 5'9", 160. He's all over the field. He does everything for him.
He's tough.
Yeah.
He's a throwback kid. He's tough.
Well, Delmar doesn't have throwback guys because they've played the same way forever, you know. That's just the Delmar style. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he gets back up, gets his play, and ready to go. 27-7 Woodbridge leads here. 2:17 to play in the third quarter. And Atkins is going to go under center. I formation. And there's a ball on the ground.
I think he was
down. And they're going to say Woodbridge ball. Recovery by number 8, Jamon Kane. So Woodbridge going to have another first down, starting field position.
I thought maybe
deep inside Delmar territory.
He might have been down, Bennett, because no one got excited.
Well, the referee that was right there went in and called Woodbridge ball, and then the referee from the side came in and said no, Delmar ball. So
I thought he was down.
I can't see it from here. I just know that the referee right here ran up there and said Woodbridge ball. So here we go, 3rd and 5. Parker moves back deep into the I. And it's going to be an option. Pitch to Parker. He's got running room. He's got the first down and goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
And again, that's where they seem to be running that option plays to the left side.
Well, I can tell you right now what I've noticed is wherever number 78 Will Johns is where the ball seems to be going.
Absolutely, yep.
I guess when you got that 305-pound guy, you get your money's worth out of him. Now they're going trips to the right side.
There's a
1st and 10. Slant, and Brock Keeler goes up.
Excellent effort.
And breaks up the play.
About him. That was an impact player for us.
Well, an impact player in a couple ways. Last week he had to fill some gaps to take that Laurel running game away. And tonight he's had to do both. He's had to fill some gaps. He's also been able to drop back and read the quarterback's eyes. And he does a very good job of that. We saw that with that interception against Milford 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
2nd and 10 for Delmar. Back to the shotgun formation. This is the original shotgun that the Cowboys used to run.
Yeah.
Atkins crosses out of the pocket, throws downfield, and broken up by number 3, Antoine Holden. Holden just, every week just having a great game, gives a lot of effort.
Excellent coverage, great fundamentals. Went up for the high point, just like you coach it up. But the whole key to that whole thing, was Corbin Conan knocking it away, playing good defense.
3rd and 10 for Delmar. They're at their own 34-yard line. And Atkins rolling out to the right and just throws it away as nobody was open. Being pursued by number 17, Lee Stiles. He was our player of the game last week because he was just a man on defense in the second half.
And they tried to hit Brooks Parker on a wheel route that time, and he actually was open, but it was that pressure that
made him throw it away.
Before he didn't, before he wanted to let it go. causing a big fourth down here.
Atkins on the punt. Minute to play here in the third quarter. Woodbridge leads 27-7 back deep. Antoine Holden, he's Woodbridge's playmaker. Wobbly punt. Lands at about the 48, bounces back to about the 50, and then to the 49, so it's going to be Woodbridge taking over. First and 10 just inside the 50-yard line. They lead 27-7, 52 seconds to go in the half, or in the third quarter, sorry. Blue Raiders break the huddle. And it's going to be I formation. Power I formation the Blue Raiders are showing now. And it's going to be a handoff to Riddick. That's the running room on the left side. And he's going to go about 8 or 9 yards. And shown last week, they showed this power I formation and threw out of it.
Yeah.
So,
play action pass
right?
off of it. Yep, absolutely. They also did that early in the season against Dover for a touchdown down here.
Go past the Brewer or Rayford, one of the two.
Milford with a field goal attempt is no good, giving Lake Forest the ball on their 20-yard line.
Second and 2, power I formation, and it's going to be Holden. And they showed some of this last week, finding ways to get Holden into the offense. He's got the first down.
Holden did a great job of running that time by setting up the block. He faked as if he was going to go outside, which, allowed Vessels an opportunity to get the good kick-out block. And then with that second step, cut it back into inside, getting the shoulder square and helping the Blue Raiders get a huge first down.
Second half score, Glasgow 14, St. George's 7. And we're going to go to the fourth quarter ourselves. And folks, we're going to stay right here, but we're going to talk about if you're a Woodbridge senior, which Sean is not.
Yep, we saw that. Yep.
Check with your guidance office next week. The Earl W. Mitchell Senior Scholarship, Bridgeville class of 1947. And we've awarded this 4 times. The first year it went to a Sussex Tech student, Jeff Claby, former athlete of mine. And then we went strictly Woodbridge to honor a Woodbridge athlete. Multi-sport athlete, have to play more than 2 sports during your high school career. You do not have to play in college. It's a $1,000 award payable after your first semester. The Earl W. Mitchell Senior Scholarship Award, Woodbridge High School Senior. So check with your guidance office next week. So Glasgow, they lead St. George's 14-7. If you ask me to predict a low score, I say St. George's win, high score Glasgow wins. But it looks like Glasgow's taking advantage of this low-scoring game.
Yeah.
So they have a little bit of defense too, it sounds like.
They really do. And we talked about it in the pregame. They match up well with St. George's. With 3:58 left in the third quarter, Milford extends its lead to 14-0 as David Bowman runs it in for 14 yards out for a big Buccaneer score in the Battle of the Bell.
First and 10 here for Woodbridge, full house backfield. And that's going to be a handoff to Riddick, and he's going to push ahead, pick up about 4 on the play, bring up a 2nd and 7. And like I said, folks, this is our final week of 302 Sports broadcasting for the sport of football, as we'll be switching to NFHS Network, and we'll be bringing you some of the playoff games, some state championship, all the state championships. Sean Brennan will be doing field hockey next Friday.
Yeah, the state championship.
Full house backfield, power I, and that's again Riddick. And it looks like it's going to be power football, run out some clock, and go 10-0. Sean Brennan quarterfinals tomorrow, and then the action heats up. And we'll come down to a state final. I think probably the biggest game on the tap for tomorrow. 2 of them, Milford and Delmar, and Cape and Lopin and Tower Hill.
And crazy quarterfinal matchups. With the top 4 teams in the state playing each other, insane. Just
right?
Insane.
3rd and 3. And play action pass. Brewer is wide open, overthrown in the end zone. But wow, he broke away. couple guys looking back in the backfield.
He saw him late. Again, he could get his feet around and his head around off the play action pass. Again, that's one you sit in your back pocket and you save it for later. Got to execute that one.
4th and 3 for Woodbridge.
You know, sometimes many of those guys are so wide open, you get so excited,
right?
You let it go, and that's a little touch ball. Touch it.
4th and 3. Power I formation here for Woodbridge. And it's going to be Holden coming back on the counter. He's got the first down, makes a head fake, and he's got the first down. I was talking about last week. They were trying to get Holden into this game, and they just couldn't get the passes to him. And then about the 4th quarter, boom, they started coming with this counter, and it was just an excellent play calling by the Manlove to find a way to get Holden in the game without throwing the ball.
Nobody uses his players to the best of their potential like Eddie Manlove. I had opportunity to coach with him in the Blue Gold All-Star game, and he's just a phenomenal coach.
1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders. And that's going to be Holden.
Nice move.
He's in. Touchdown.
He's in.
Antoine Holden. 11-yard touchdown run.
Everybody an understanding of how good he is offensively and using, Coach Manlove that is, using his players. That year I had the opportunity to coach with him. We actually set the record for the most total yards of offense and points at that particular point in the Blue Gold All-Star game. The guy can dial up some plays.
On the kick is Albury. The holder, Gabe Westcott. Westcott coming back from the broken elbow, just slowly trying to get him back into the...
While they mark off the penalty, I know you said it's over, but it is a rivalry game, so I'm giving you the score. Sussex Central leads Indian River 54-14. Their highest output offensively of the season for the Golden Knights. Coach Wells.
So Albury with a long extra point, low high snap, and Westcott gets it down, but it's going to be wide right. And that was just an athletic play by Westcott to get that ball on the tee. Okay, Westcott, long line of Westcotts. Milford leads Lake Forest 14-0 in the Battle of the Bell.
Well, David Bowman touchdown. Benny, that was his 11th touchdown run of the season. And he missed 3 weeks with a broken wrist. And still going to get 1,000 yards. Kid's explosive. He could be dangerous for the Bucks heading into this tournament.
It's going to be interesting to see how these teams match up in the seeding.
I'll tell you another team that I feel to be really dangerous, the Caravel Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah.
Playing excellent defense.
I think everybody sees that coming. They're going to get Barker back at quarterback, it sounds like.
Yep.
Don't know if he played tonight.
It was not possible, I don't think, for him to play this week. The last I heard, he wasn't going to play quarterback.
He was saving for the playoffs.
Yeah.
10-16 to go here in the game. Woodbridge leads 33-7.
Well, the band was rocking.
They are right below us tonight. They moved them tonight for this game. And there's the throwback to number 10. Jacob Von Arts.
The Motor City Miracle.
Yeah, he's going to go down about the 34-yard line. That was number 7, A.J. Angelo, throwing that ball across the field. Wow, Dave Hearns just putting on a show tonight.
Hey,
but they trail 33-7.
Well, but you know what? It shows great resilience.
Sure.
And it shows that your program is not going to lay down for anybody, no matter what the score is. I know one time we had to run that one at Cape, Benny, for a touchdown against St. Mark's in a similar type of game. But it worked, and that's how we got on the board.
Right.
We avoided the shutout. So.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for Delmar at their own 33-yard line. Shotgun formation. Atkins takes the snap, short drop, rolling out to the right, and he lost one down the right side. And that's intercepted by Antoine Holden.
Excellent.
What a game this kid's having. The 5'6", 150-pounder just went up with one hand and got the ball at the highest point he could and brought it in.
Well, and it was a throw that Atkins probably wants back.
Right.
You know, he had him open early in the route, waited just a little bit too long.
Well, I've watched these Woodbridge corners, and they just get in your hip, they turn, they run with you. Yeah. They're undersized, but they make great plays.
Coach Bell does a great job with fundamentals across the board, tackling, assignments, and technique work. He's actually, his secondary is one of the best ones that I've seen this year to play man coverage.
1st and 10 for Woodbridge. They're at their own 42-yard line. It's going to be Riddick on the right side. Got some running room, breaks the tackle, cuts back inside, and he's going to be taken down at about the inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Woodbridge.
And Woodbridge has a player down. And I can't see a number.
I tell you, son, all these Woodbridge running backs are just, they're patient and then explosive. You're correct.
This could be a big injury for Woodbridge Blue Raiders. It looks to be number 10.
Michael Brewer.
You know, in the passing game, he's had some really explosive plays for him. But every time a Woodbridge Raider touches the football, you hold your breath because you think he's taking it to the house.
Right. So Brewer gets up to his feet, comes off. Last week, when Trey went down to get his picture of player of the game, both him and Styles were just excited. Man, we're player of the game. This is great. Been waiting for this all year, man.
These kids they are pumped and ready for.
Humble and hungry is their mantra.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 for Woodbridge at the 34-yard line of Delmar. And it's going to be KJ Mosley off the right side. Gain of about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up by a 2nd and 6 for Woodbridge.
End of the third quarter, Glasgow 14, St. George's 7.
So we go into fourth quarter action here on the Blue Hen Conference Flight B title game.
Dragons are talking about going undefeated, 12 minutes away.
That's a handoff to Massey down the left side, looking for the end zone. Atkins takes a swing, touchdown. Richard Massey, 30-yard run, and wow, the whole Woodbridge stable's getting in the house.
So Massey did a really good job of keeping the ball high and tight. So when they went for that swipe, he was going to protect the football. They were not going to turn it over that time. And ladies and gentlemen, it is all over but the shout.
That's going to put us in a running clock. So, well, not quite yet. Got to 32, so not quite running clock yet. I thought they had not put the touchdown points up, and we missed the extra point
again.
So folks, we're going to cut away to commercial. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter. Woodbridge 39, Delmar 7.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts.
And I'm Danae from Matt's Fish Camp.
Come check us out.
Matt's Fish Camp is the small local fish joint with 2 locations on Coastal Highway in North Bethany Beach and Lewis, where we serve up traditional coastal fare and a casual atmosphere with house specialties like colossal crab cakes, lobster rolls, and fried Ipswich clams, along with crowd pleasers like fish and chips, fried shrimp, and a daily selection of fresh caught fish. Matt's Fish Camp, serving up lunch and dinner 7 days a week, all year.
Locations in Bethany Beach and Lewis, Delaware. See you soon.
Welcome back to Greenwood, folks. 39-7. Woodbridge leads this game.
You wanted to say 17, didn't you? You wanted to say 17.
I almost did. Yeah.
I know.
I also wanted to get a little warmer in here, but can't have everything.
At least we were able to fix the wind problem.
Yeah, it stopped. And that kick's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, I don't know what was going on in that second quarter. Wow, but the wind was blowing right here in the press box. And of course, it didn't help as we got a little draft. As you know, our stat man Dave Marvel keeping the door open on us, but he quit. He got cold and he shut the door. So
he gave up on it outside.
I don't blame him because we're certainly not out there.
These are the days that the Gators dive down deep in the swamp when it's cold like this. We ain't moving around. It's too cold.
First and 10 for the Delmar Wildcats. 8:59 to go here. In the game. That's going to be Parker off the right side. He's going to pick up about 4 on the play. 5, maybe. He's going to bring up a second down. Yeah, Sean,
if you're Coach Hearn, Benny, you got to be proud of your kids.
Oh, sure.
You know, they're still firing off. They're still getting after it. They're still trying to score. I'm sorry, you were going to ask me something.
I'll get to it after this play. 2nd and 4 for Delmar. And Parker goes in motion, gets the pitch on the toss, and he's going to pick up about 2 on the play. That tackle made by number 11. Gabe West got his first game back, first action of the night. I want to get back, and we were talking about Dave Marvel and the stats, and I know we're the voice of the show, but a lot of appreciation goes out to Dave Marvel and Trey Mitchell. Trey in the window with the camera. I know he's cold, the hood up. He's got the sleeves down over his hands to keep him warm. Dave is curled up in the by the heater back here, and but he keeps getting up. He keeps keeping stats. These guys, they keep us rolling. You know, they help bring this game to everybody. And 3rd and 1 play here, and it's going to be it's going to be it's a dive. Yeah,
dive. He got it though. He fell forward. No,
he's going to be short.
Oh no,
4th and inches.
Oh no.
But my appreciation goes out to those 2 guys because they keep us rolling. 4th and inches. I imagine 39-7. Dave Hearn's going for it. Full house backfield. 4th and inches, and it's going to be it's going to be Austin coming off the left side. After he goes up the middle, cuts back to the inside, and a tackle made by number 3 or number 5, Corey Hastings for Woodbridge.
I think the whole entire defense, as well as my own eyes, went with Atkins.
I was watching Parker. Yeah,
I thought Atkins was going to get it, and use his legs to pick up a first down.
And he does a very good job of carrying out his fakes. You know, it's just that fundamental football that's taught down there in Delmar, and that's why they're a football tradition.
One of the definite trademarks of a Coach Hearn team.
And of course, you like them because they wear the orange and blue and look like the Florida Gators.
Absolutely, they have the best colors in the state.
I'll make sure your superintendent hears that. Here we go. Option. Late pitch to Parker. The ball's on the ground, and
he stripped him. It was almost like he took it out of his hands and was going to run the other way.
The pitch ratio got off there, and it was a late pitch and a short pitch, and Woodbridge gets the ball. First down, Woodbridge. 6:11 to go here in the game. I think that was Massey on that play. Was it number 6? Yeah, we talk about these Woodbridge athletes. That's what they do. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just get after it, and they stay after you, and they stay after you, and you're like pests. You know, and they come up and they make plays like that.
Well, and they play hard the whole time.
.608 to play here in the game.
They practice that way too.
Right.
I mean, that all comes from preparation. It comes from film study, preparation, and meeting your expectations that are set by this coaching staff.
Power high backfield, 1st and 10 for the Blue Raiders. And that's going to be a handoff to number 23.
He lost the ball.
James Webb.
Delmar got it back. Looks like number 7
they did.
Possibly. A.J. Angelo.
He's had a good game.
He really has. He's made some really nice plays.
I mean, if Delmar's winning, we'd be looking at a guy like him as a player of the game because we don't know who else would be in the end zone.
I mean, I can remember early in the first quarter him setting the tone with the Delmar defense.
He's been playing tough on both sides of the ball.
Now big fumble recovery.
So a lot of guys in the end zone tonight. So very important that Statmaster Dave Marvel keeps copious stats and comes up with great numbers so we can help us make that decision of our last 302 Sports Player of the Game of the regular season. And straight handoff to Parker. He pushes ahead. Pickup of about 6 on the play. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. But, we're talking about Dave. He does a great job every week because sometimes I have to text him on the way home as I'm going to put that picture up on Twitter, and I don't have stats to put with it. And Dave will get them right back to me. And sometimes it's the next day because I know he gets home and he gets to sleep quickly.
He does. Goes to bed early.
All right, here we go. 5:38 and counting here.
Kimmel connects with Brian Murray on a 25-yard touchdown run as the Bucks make it a 21-0 game with 10:30. Benny, the bell going back to Milford.
Back to Milford. Here we go. 2nd and 4. And it's going to be a handoff to Austin, and he's wrapped up. I believe that was Shamir Vessels. And it is. No, that's number 63. So they got 2 guys built like that?
Yeah.
Number 63, Leon Mann. He's got to be one of the Georgetown Mans. I grew up with a bunch of Mans coming out of Georgetown.
Freshman, 5'11", 217.
Matter of fact, saw him in the parking lot as we came in. He had a hot dog and was dancing in the parking lot. I remember it was number 63. At first I thought it was Vessels.
Yeah.
At Woodbridge, they're not going away. I know they got some seniors, but they're not going away. They got a lot of good underclassmen.
And a lot of good youth in the in the community, too. The Pop Warner team's playing well.
3rd and 4, and flag on the play. Probably turned up a little too soon. Offsides, Woodbridge. So that's going to give him a 1st down.
Yeah, Lamar Hammond, senior, 5'6", 222, got a little excited, wanted to make a big play, and forgot to watch the football.
1st and 10 for Delmar. Wildcats are a very young team also. I look up here on the board, freshman, sophomore, junior, sophomore, not a lot of seniors on that team.
But losing Atkins is going to hurt.
Yeah, he's a heck of a quarterback, heck of an athlete. He's their punter, he's their free safety, he's their quarterback. And ball's on the ground, handoff to number 21, Destin Ryder. It's going to bring up a loss of 5 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 15
Ryder
for Delmar.
Took his path wrong and messed up the relationship
and
with the
he's
handoff.
Holding his hip as he limps off the field.
Yeah, when he fell on the ball, he fell on it with his hip.
2nd and 15 for Delmar at their own 40-yard line. They trail 39-7, under 4 minutes to play in the game. Woodbridge just under 4 minutes from claiming their 2nd ever Henlip South title. There's a pitch to number 12, T-Sean Denard, and he's driven back.
So I have a question.
Hold on, we may have a fumble on this. And we do have a fumble or a strip. There's 1st down, Woodbridge.
2 series in a row where you turn it over.
All right.
Not how Coach Hearn wanted the end of the season, but the question was, so Denard dropped his wristband.
Yeah, he's getting the ball.
Right. That's what I thought was the dead giveaway.
Right. I think he dropped that after the ball snapped, but you know what? He picked it up. I think he dropped it, and he thought, oh, crap. Picked it up,
right.
Then he dropped it again. So.
Right, and then dropped the football.
Right. Well, I think maybe the dropper was a strip from him.
Either way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He didn't have it. There we go. 1st and 10 for Woodbridge at their own 49-yard line. And that's going to be, he didn't get a number on number 12. TJ Kane on the carry, gain of about 5 on the play, bring up a 2nd and 5, and Coach Manlow's starting to get a lot of guys in. In comes number 14, Trey Haynes, freshman. So some of the guys going to be getting in the stat column after tonight's game.
That's showing Coach Hearn some respect. Game's well in hand. No need to run it up.
And that's a handoff to Kane, cuts it back. He's got the 1st down.
Still moving. Still moving. How about it?
And whistle dead. And he never did go down. So 1st down, number 12, TJ Kane, picks up about 10 on the carry. Under 3 minutes to go here in the game. 2:47 when we get the whistle.
This player of the game could be a battle royal in here.
I just heard the pencils working behind me, Dave, working hard on those stats. I know I got my eyes on one guy. We'll talk about that after the game and after a commercial after the game. Another handoff to Kane up the middle. And he's going to get a pickup of about 4 or 5 on the play.
Benny, you're not going to believe this. From the Milford Studios, Tavion Jones-Hill, 43-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion good. The Glasgow Dragons 22, St. George's Seahawks 7.
So it started like Glasgow's going to be
5:13 left. Glasgow going to be 10-0.
And the Flight B champs. And the seating should get interesting on Sunday. That's number 23 on the carry,
nice
James Webb.
Nice tackle.
Tackled by number 25, Isaac Austin. Austin playing in his final game of his high school career, senior.
That was an Urlacher tackle.
6 foot 180.
Great job.
Under 2 minutes to play here, folks. Minute 33 to go. And they're striking up the Nana.
Yeah, does Woodbridge 10-0 outpoint the Glasgow 10-0?
Excuse me?
Does the Woodbridge
absolutely. They've been ahead of them all season, yeah.
Yeah?
Glasgow not picking up many bonus points this year.
Okay.
So here we go. Third, and we have somebody trying to get down the field quickly. That's going to bring us back 5. It's going to bring up a third and about 9. So the Woodbridge fans already feeling it. Coach Manlove getting some of the JV guys on the field, getting them some varsity touches, putting them in the stat column.
Conference champs, keeping the trophy.
Henlopen South champs, Kiwanis Trophy champions.
Good dinner tomorrow.
Absolutely. Approaching a minute to go here left in the game. 3rd and 9 for the Blue Raiders.
Bridgeville will be rocking tonight.
That's number 23 on the carry, James Webb. And maybe a pickup of 1. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 8. And Coach Manlove gets the Gatorade shower. And doesn't bat an eye.
I'm glad it's him and not me. It is cold.
Must be a polar bear.
Woo.
First time since 1999, the Woodbridge.
At Play, it's our mission to make your dream a reality. The national team will work to create a one-of-a-kind, whether it be
your next event.
At Play Catering, it's our mission to make your dream wedding a reality. Expertly taking care of all the food and service details so you don't have to. Our professional team will work with you to create a one-of-a-kind event, whether it be on the beach, farm to table, or at your home. Whatever the venue or occasion, Plate Catering is here to help you make it the best it can be.
Plate Catering from Sodell Concepts. Check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer of Sodell Concepts.
And I'm Jen Myers of Plate Catering.
And we'd love to invite you to check us out for your wedding or next event.
At Plate Catering, it's our mission to make your dream wedding a reality. Expertly taking care of all the food and service details so you don't have to. Our professional team will work with you to create a one-of-a-kind event, whether it be on the beach, farm to table, or at your home. Whatever the venue or occasion, Plate Catering is here to help you make it the best it can be.
Plate Catering from Sodell Concepts. Check us out. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer.